I just logged into my game, and my name in the game is Outboxer009. All of a sudden I got a message in the chat, and when I opened it was from the system saying, excessive gaming is bad for your health, and then a player named Southern Barbaric Cat. Messages that the game freak has logged in, but I just thought to myself that if they think I'm a gamer freak, then what about them? Afterwards, I messaged back, if everyone here. Afterwards, another player says to me, whether if I am ready to drop to rank 2 this month. After seeing it, I started to smile. And I gets ready to check the leaderboard of this month, and my player name is Yoohee, and I am the rank 1 in this game for 22 consecutive months, Legends of Heroes 2. A game that's so well made that there are still people playing it even though it's been more than 10 years since it's launched. This game has a system where one chooses a playable character within the game world and nurtures their character according to their preference. Also, the ranking system would update on a monthly basis, and a group of old players would go crazy over getting the top ranks. Afterwards, a notification pops up after I entered a room, which says that I have entered the Hall of Fame. Afterwards, someone says, yo, and she started to say, isn't that person the rank 1 boxer Hyungnim? And that character real name was Southern Barbaric Cat, who is a rank 95 player. Suddenly another girl character named Yellow Tempest says that she is going to become rank 1. And right now she is the second rank for 21 consecutive months, to which I replies that is not going to happen, while thinking that guy named Yellow Tempest actually made his character to look cute, and I goes by saying that one should never look at places they can't climb up to. Forever number 2 Yellow Tempest, which made that guy to get angry, and he started to shout at me by saying that this month is going to be different, but I just laughs it out. Afterwards, the next month ranks has been revealed, and I was at the first as usual, and at the same time, at the rank 2 Yellow Tempest. After seeing everyone went silent, and I started to laugh, but Yellow Tempest just says that there is something wrong. Afterwards, Yellow Tempest started to put swear words in the comments, making all the comment section fill with restricted message. But then when the player named Barbaric Cat tells Yellow Tempest to calm down because he might get banned if he keeps on swearing in the chat, and all of a sudden, Outboxer and Yellow Tempest logs out of the game at the same time. Barbaric Cat notices it and thoughts to herself that both of them logging out at the same time, which like boys love. Afterwards, in a different place, I started to cough, and thoughts to myself I can't even breath properly. While coughing, I realized I am in a different place right now, so I decided to check the mirror. And I realized that this is Yoohee, which is the character that I used in the Legends of Heroes 2, but after realizing it's the mirror I got shocked because I became the character I used to play. All of the sudden, I got a strong headache. And all the other information are starting to pour into my mind. This world is called Pleiades, the place where the adventures of heroes take place in Legend of Heroes 2. It's in fantasy world where counties would wage wars against each other. Also, it has demons and angels that have descended into that world. I really can't believe I am in the game right now, and as a Yoohee from when he was all young and weak. Yes, this character's is the same one I played as with the nickname of Outboxer009. Suddenly someone taps the door and asks if they can enter, which was a maid. She that goes on by opening the door, and I got stunned. In the end, I didn't know what to say, since she is basically a stranger, but then that maid's name is Maya, and she is the exclusive maid for Yoohee, and she says that she thought he were in room because he didn't replied. Seeing her, MC got shocked, and he started to panic inside. Because he is a game freak, he got little excited in the end. He decided to calm down and asks her on what she wants. But then she suddenly opens the fact that the girl that is engaged to me has came to visit me right now. Meanwhile, in the waiting hall, she tells to her maid why he is taking so long, and then can I come later? Suddenly they started to flinch, and she took a glance, and I introduced myself as nice to meet you, and I am Outboxer. After realizing what I said, I quickly changed my words, and replies that I am the second son of Bale family. Hearing this, he looked at me with a shock, because me and her had our gamer tag on our head. And then she got shocked. And I got speechless, and then both of us shouts, why are you here? Afterwards, I decided to calm down for a second, but still why would he be here, the Yellow Tempest? In the end, I started to speak like a noble, and asks him to sit down. After sitting down, both of us get really awkward, and then I decided to test her, and calls him as Yellow, as a short form for Yellow Tempest, which made him to twitch, and I noticed it. Even though I have a ton of questions, but there are others here, so I need to switch to a location where we can talk alone. Right now, it's the start of cooperation battle, and I started to give a code word only Yellow Tempest will understand. And Yellow goes on by getting it correctly, and he thoughts to himself that code means that he should come meet me in 9 p.m., also the coordination, and if it's really Yellow Tempest, he would understand it correctly. Afterwards, she suddenly says, "Roger that," and asks to his maid that they're going home. And he started to leave silently. But before he leaves, I just says that I'll wait for the next time we meet, seeing the things that happened. My maid asks what just happened, but I replied everything is fine, while thinking to myself that Yellow Tempest even said the same, "Roger that," which he used to say while playing the game. Afterwards it became 9 p.m., and I thoughts to myself why it's so cold, and I quickly realized he came. After arriving I called him as Yellow Tempest, but he even calls me back as Outboxer009. Afterwards, I excitingly asks to her that I want to try something before they get into something, to which he replies he do. And then I took "Oh you" my hand and asks her, "Hey you too?" And he replies, "Hey me too." This is an English commercial for learning in English in Korean. In the end, both of us stood there silently. Afterwards, I realized we should stop fooling around and we should talk about some serious matters, and I questions her on when did he woke up, to which he replies it's been 2 days. In the end, I reminds him about the condition of Yuda's body, which is a condition that manifests from being born with vast amounts of yin energy because of the body condition and abnormal circulatory system. And he isn't able to circulate energy properly, leaving him in a weak state, unable to use mana, since Yuda Bale is an born genius. He will easily overcome this disease and be top at everything, but the problem is curing this disease is really hard. Afterwards, I let out this words where an overpowered character like Leon or maybe Maximilian would have been better to be reincarnated. Afterwards, Yellow Tempest gets angry, shouts at me directly by saying why wouldn't grown lady like should come out without letting her parents knowing, even though they have already met over this morning. To which I shouts back and says that I have a disease plus when did he became a lady. To which she thoughts for a while and replies she was a girl from the start, which shocked because I thought Yellow Tempest as a guy until now. And then I goes on by confirming to her once again whether if Yellow Tempest women, but then looked dead in my eyes and says she is a girl. Also, she never said it directly because she never had the need to say it. As a result, I got confused because I genuinely didn't know. Also, she sometimes uses Roger that like she is in a military. Afterwards, I decided to tell the other reason I called her here, and I goes on by saying that my father, Count Bale, went with my older brother and his vassals on an expedition. Also, this is why the mansion is empty, so they don't need to worry about getting caught. Also, for some reason, he clearly remembers sending them outside. Afterwards, I got shocked because I remembered something I didn't do. Suddenly, Yellow says she also experienced something like this. Since they have become the characters they once loved playing, she somehow feels like the Yellow Tempest timeline as her past life, to the point that she don't feel like her current memories and Cordelia's memories are jumbled up, and it's to the extent where she would naturally call her father as a father, just like Outboxer called his family as father. Afterwards, I got shocked because it's not like we entered into a game, but rather this place is their reality now. But this dangerous since right now, they can't respawn. But she suddenly says that this world, Pleiades, is bound for destruction because of the great summoning disaster. Like for part 2.